Hey there, Tom's here. I'm just going to show you how to do a Fibonacci. A Fibonacci tool is a good way to find out how far a coin is going to go before it pulls back. If you do not know what that means, I will show you visually. So this is dot. I'm going to come back to here and I'll tell you why. So right now, this probably isn't the best coin to do it on, or the best spot. So we'll just come back to, we'll come to here and I'll tell you why. So what happens when you're trading, a coin will go up, down, just bear with me, up, down. Now, what we want to know is you want to know how far down this is going to go. So this is when we use the Fibonacci. So we'll put it at the low. So that's how it comes up, low. And then we reach for that high here and just go across. So you notice how we have these lines and these numbers. Don't pay too much attention to the numbers. Just look at the lines for now because I'll tell you more about the numbers later. So what it's doing is it comes up, down, and we want to know how far down it's going to go. And it usually hits these lines here. If you notice how I got the 0.5 and the 618, that different colors, this is the main areas where you will get a pullback using this tool. So kind of picks that up there, you see. So we'll start again and we'll come to here. So right now, let's just say we're going to head up. I'll just play this to you. I'm not too sure how fast this is going to go. All right, so it's coming up. Now, what I'll do here is because this is a low, so we've got a low here because it's at the bottom, and then we've got a high here. The reason why it's a high is because it didn't go any higher. It went up, and that's as high as it went before it went down. I could guarantee you that this area here is in a Fibonacci. So we'll just play this here. We'll go A being low, B being high. Now notice how it bounced off that 0.86. That is the Fibonacci retracement around this area here. So you can use the same thing up here, but we'll kind of go there. So we'll go A being the bottom, A at the bottom, B up the top, and now we're trying to find C here. So where I will be looking personally is in between these two cutted lines here, these two pitch cutted lines, because it's the 50 and the 618. So it means it's retracing halfway. So A, B, now we're trying to find C. C being within those lines, yeah? So we'll just play this. Personally, I'm not going to enter this trade, but I'm just trying to show you how far we can use this tool. So let's play it. So it's bouncing off the 382. It usually comes around here or here. Depending on that candle, it might come, yeah. So you notice how it came back up? It hit the 50 in the 618 area, and then it retraced again, all the way up, creating a new high. So up, down, up, we set the Fibonacci up. The only reason why it's over here is because it's clear, because you don't want to, hang on, 1 second, sorry. You don't want to, it's just for visible. You don't want to have, you can have it there if you want, but I just like to have it out a bit more, but that's where it is. It's came to here, came down, hit those two pink lines, the 50 and the 618, bounce back up. Nice trade. That is what you do. So let me just delete all this again. So we set it up at the bottom to the top to find how far back it's going to retrace, which ends up being here. So come here, bottom, top, hit the 786 before it went up. Now this is the bottom here, and that's the top there. Bottom, top, hit the 50 and the 618. So that there is a perfect trade for me. If I was to enter that, I would have gone here, stop loss above, below that, take profit above that. Nice trade. Anyway, so let's just keep playing it, and we'll see if we can find another pullback, depending on how the chart is. We are in dots, so we already know it's going to pull back eventually. But to find out how we can do that, we can have this here, trend line. Once it breaks through this trend line and retests to come back up, and knows everything. But wait, let's just pause. Here we go here. It's a low, a high, and that looks like the 50 right there. Low, high, it's at the 50 and the 618 again. And because it's respecting this trend line, there's a good chance it'll still go up. But we'll play it just for now to see how it goes. See that candle there looking like it's got a bit of a pullback, but it's still respecting that trend line, still respecting the Fibonacci. Now the question is, can it break above that? And it's hit it again. So these are two perfect examples on how to set up a Fibonacci. When it comes up, comes back down, hits that 50, hits the pink lines, goes back up. Now we'll just delete that, and we'll keep playing it. And what we'll do is we'll try and find the trend reverse. I don't know how far we are. It's broken through here. We've got a bit of support here. Now let's wait for the retest. The retest is when it's going to come back up, maybe hit this area here. There it goes. It's hit that area. Now we're going to wait for it to come back down. This is it here. We'll just let it play because we're really trying to find a Fibonacci on the way down. It's probably not the right place to do it. We've done it on the way up, but we don't know if the trend's going to reverse or whatnot here. So it's coming down. Yep. Now we'll just pause this. Oh no, we're going to wait for it to come up. So what we're doing now is we're waiting for the next retracement. So it's gone down. Now we're waiting for it to come up. So it's coming up now. Let's just pause it. Same thing. Put it at the top. Bring it down the bottom. Wait for the 50 or 618. Play it. There we go. So it's played out again really, really nicely. So we'll set up 3 Fibonacci's here because we're figuring out, okay, it comes up. We want to know how far back it's going to come back. Came down, hit that 7.18. Delete that. Put it here. Come back up here. Hit the 618 and 50. I would have entered around here because it was respecting that orange line and it hit that peach line there. And now we'll go for this one here. Sorry, I just done that one again. Yeah, so it's come up at there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, guys. Come up and hit that. It's hit it again. And obviously, you know, it's reversed, create a new downtrend, lower lows. I won't get too much into it, but we wanted to see how far it was going to come back up before it went back down, and it hit that peach line again. So that worked out very nicely. So yeah, a Fibonacci is a perfect way to find out how high it's going to come back or how low it's going to go before it pulls back up. So this will be our next setup. So obviously, whereabouts are we looking for it to retest? We're going to look for it to retest at the 618 or the 50 before we enter. Completely up to you, but this is how I look at it before it comes back down. Obviously, we need to take into consideration that there's a support line here, and there's also a support line here. But you'll get the gist of that. Our main goal is to show Fibonacci. If it comes back up to here, I'll be happy to stay in this trade for the fact that it's got this green line to break through. It's got this 50 to break through. And no doubt, if I put this across here, there we go. It's a perfect trend line because we have this here. We have this here, and possibly this here. So that there is a perfect. I would definitely enter right there. Why? Because it's got the trend line, it's got the Fibonacci line, and it's got the resistance green line. Definitely a bread maker right there. Obviously, it's all, probability, but that is how you use the Fibonacci. That is how I would trade the Fibonacci, and that is how I would set up the Fibonacci. So hopefully that gave you some value. If you have any more questions, reach out. I do not play with any of the Fibonacci settings. I only change the color so I can see it while I'm setting up. So yeah, hope that gave you some value. Yeah.